Hi, gang, and welcome to your Yoga for Headaches class. It's Maud again, and it's my pleasure to be here, especially since, truth be told, I have a headache right now. And this is exactly why I decided to teach this class at this time. This class is perfect if you know that the cause of your headache is tension related. What that means is there is some stiffness and some stuck stuff, usually in the neck, in the shoulders, or in the back, even the lower back. Maybe the positioning of your body during the day, maybe you were seated the whole time and all that. So, this may be the class for you. I typically take this class when I do have the right environment and the time to be able to do this. Otherwise, we do the best we can, right? So, just a couple of things for this practice. Again, first of all, if this is related to tension, this may be the perfect class for you. If there is something else going on, just make sure that you do your best. And if there's any poses that really do counter react to whatever it is that you have, then just do something else. For this class, I would typically think that it's ideal to have a wall. But if you don't have a wall or the wall is not close to you, maybe you can just have a couch or maybe you can join two chairs together. I just want you to have something to put your feet and to put your legs on top of, since that is the pose that we're going to get to later is very key to this practice and may just be the magic pill that we all need. Okay, so look at your space and see whatever you have and just do the best you can. Second thing, if you have long hair like me, let go of your hair ties. Just let your hair ties go. Having a ponytail or wearing a ponytail in this practice, it just, the pull that you feel in that may not be great since we're trying to relax tension. We're just trying to let stuff go. And so if you have any hair ties, just let it go. Fluff out the hair. It doesn't matter how you look. What matters is how you feel. And then as you can see, I have here a cup or a mug of hot tea. So I have mint tea right now. If the cause of your headache is maybe some dehydration as well, which can lead to stiffness and can lead to some tension because we just feel dry and immobile and not as fluid in some parts of our bodies, then I recommend having a cup of tea, a cup of hot tea close to you during this practice. I will actually be taking little sips in between each of the poses just to make sure that I still hydrate myself. And it just allows for that warm feeling, and the mint just goes straight to my head and it just feels great. So if you want to do that, go ahead. If you don't have mint, whatever tea works for you that does not have caffeine. I also have my trusty little oil that I have been using since my years in the Philippines, and this is called white flower oil. If what you have is peppermint, some other oil that guarantees a relief for you, whether it's by smelling it, by having it under your neck, by the feeling of it, that tingling feeling that that you can feel in your skin, go ahead and grab that. In fact, let's do it right now. If you already have it in your hand, just put some maybe in your fingertips. I usually feel what do you call this relief when I tap once or twice underneath the nose and the temples and behind the neck. So I don't do a full massage. I just pat it here and just let my fingertips sort of do a bit of downstroke here. If you do have the white flower, just make sure you don't put a lot on your fingers. It can hurt your eyes. But just spread them on the temples. Like I said, tap once or twice underneath the nose. And I can already feel the difference. And the last thing is, unlike my other classes, I will not be talking as much. As you know, when we have headaches, sometimes we get really sensitive to noise, chatter. If you have migraines, you even become sensitive to light. So look at your environment and just make sure if you need the lights to be dim, if there are people around you and you need them to kind of just not be as loud, make sure you are in the environment that you need to be in just to make sure you relieve that tension. Self care is definitely underrated these days. And even with just those little changes, we know they can only help with what we are going through. Okay? So, props wise, trusty props. I have my blanket. I know that was kind of a long intro, but that's definitely necessary because I do have some caveats to this practice, right? Please sit on top of a pillow or a blanket. For those of you who put some oils underneath your nose and your head and the back of the neck, you probably feel the difference now. So cross at the shins. We're going to start here seated, keeping your spine long as much as possible. And before we get to the breathing exercises, let's just do some nice shoulder rolls going up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Make sure that these movements are slow and controlled. If you have a throbbing headache, I am so sorry. That's kind of the same thing as I'm going through now. So no quick movements here. Just one direction, 3 more circles. You'll probably notice the breath is starting to get slow. And let's lift our shoulders up towards the ears. Inhale. And then exhale. Just lower them down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale all the way up. Exhale. Feel that relief. That feels good. 1 more time. Inhale. And then drop the shoulders. Keeping your hands on your lap. Let's just mind the breath right now. Muscles in the face are relaxed. Shoulders are relaxed. Spine is long. Let's change the breath. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and exhale it out. Inhale through nose. Open the mouth, exhale. One last time, inhale. And exhale. Now let's play around with inhaling and exhaling out through the nose. Ujjayi breath. So inhale in. Feel your ribs expand 360 degrees. Exhaling out through the nose. 2 more times just like that. Inhale in. Expanding in the rib cage, not just the chest. Exhale out through the nose. Last time, inhale through nose. Exhale out through the nose. Nice job. Let's do Nadi Shodhana right now, which is the alternate nostril breathing. Get your thumb and your middle finger. They will be the actors and the participators in this breathing exercise. So I am trying to mirror you. So get your thumb to close your left nostril, and then your middle finger will close your right nostril. So get your thumb to close your left nostril right now. Let your middle finger go, and then inhale in through that right nostril. And as you exhale all the way out, that same nostril. And then you close it with your middle finger. Now you're inhaling through your left nostril. Exhaling out. Close the left nostril with your thumb. Open the right nostril. Inhale. Exhaling out. Close the nostril with your middle finger. Inhale left. Exhale left. One more time, just like that. Close the left nostril. Inhale right. Exhale right. Close the right nostril. Open the left. One more time. Inhale. Exhale left. A little bit different this time. Close the left nostril with your thumb. Open the right nostril. Inhale here. Then close the right nostril with your middle finger. Exhale out through the left nostril. Inhale left nostril. Close that. Exhale out through the right nostril. Inhale right. Close it. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close it. Exhale right. One more time. Inhale right. Close it. Exhale left. All the way out, 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 out. Release the hands. Supposedly Nadi Shodhana helps to balance the hemispheres that we have in the head. And since this is our area of attention right now, anything we can do to find balance in there is good. Rub your palms together, building up some warmth. And then place your left hand on your right shoulder, your right hand on your left shoulder. Start to round the shoulders a little bit forward. And then open it up, squeezing shoulder blades together. Protracting shoulder blades away from the spine. That means you're rounding your upper back, keeping your spine long. And then inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades towards the spine. Do that 2 more times. Rounding and opening in the chest. And then slowly release the hands. I am mirroring you. Get your right hand on your left temple. Keep the spine long but the shoulders relaxed, and slowly drop the right ear towards your right shoulder. Make sure that you're nudging and encouraging and you're not pushing too much. Again, I'm going to try not to talk too much here, so just keep that right ear towards your right shoulder. Breathing in and out. Keeping the stretch on your left side, keeping the hand on your temple or on your head. Just slowly turn the head towards your right knee. And then slowly open it up towards the part where the ceiling and the wall meet. One more time, down to your right knee. And up. Slowly release the hand. Let's do it on the other side. Left ear to left shoulder. And then your left hand will be on your right temple. Did I have it the other way around? Left hand on right temple, yes, because I'm mirroring you. Did I say I had a headache? I can't think clearly. Feel that nice opening here on the right side of your neck. Keeping it here, turn the head a little bit towards your left knee. And then inhale, slowly look up. That corner in your ceiling. Just one more time. Nice and gentle, and then slowly look up. And then release the hands. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Spine is long. Interlace your fingers. And then get your fingers behind the head and let your thumbs rest on your neck. Opening the elbows now, keeping your chin tucked towards the chest. And then on exhale, send your elbows towards each other. Slight nudge a little bit lower towards the chest. Feel that nice gentle pull. Keep breathing. Last breath. And then slowly look up, look forward. Keep your left elbow open. Keep your left hand behind the head. And then you can place your right hand here on your chest if you want. Some people like to put it underneath the chin or just the chest. But push your head towards your hands. Keep your elbows open. Like you want to tuck your chin towards your chest, but not too much. Just feel this slight lengthening in the back of the neck. For those of us who have stiff necks or are familiar with stiff necks, we know this does provide some relief. This also should be prehab, is what I call it. We should all do this at the start of the day, especially if we know we're about to sit in front of the computer for a long time or looking down at our devices. Last breath. Slowly, gently release the hands. You can switch the shins if you'd like. Everybody, let's have a nice sip of our hot tea in case you have it. Could also just be water for you, whatever you have. So, this time, this is my favorite part about having a headache is just the relief from head massages. So, make a claw with your hands and just make this sort of line from the front of your head all the way to the back with each finger. You don't have to be super strong about this or super intense. Just enough that you can just draw this line from the top of the forehead, top of the head, all the way to the back. Twice, just like that. And then as you make that line one last time, stop in the middle, grab your hair. And for some of us, this does provide a lot of relief. So just grab your hair out in different directions. What this does, it actually helps release the fascia. Yes, we have connective tissues in the head in those areas. And so for some people, it might be the crown of the head. It could be in the back of the head. Whichever area provides relief for you, please just gently nudge your hair out without necessarily pulling your hair out. Just grab them. I don't even know why I said nudge, but what I meant was grab. If I say the wrong thing today, guys, just forgive me. This headache is really getting in the way of things for me. But hopefully, you'll still have a good practice. Perhaps 2 more grabs. There's a lot of nerve endings in the head to the scalp. And if you're down to your last one, just release the arms, revisit those shoulder rolls. If you want to grab your hair more, hit pause and do more of it. And then just come back whenever you're ready. 2 more shoulder rolls. Nice job. We will get into child's pose. Leave your blanket where it is. We are actually going to plant our forehead on top of something. So if that's a yoga block for you, go ahead and grab the yoga block. If you want to sit on something, go ahead and sit on top of it. I think for my child's pose, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my blanket in front of me so I can plant it on my forehead, and I'll place the block underneath my bums. That's just my practice today. See what works for you. Knees apart, toes towards each other, and then slowly find your way down, planting your elbows down first. Make any adjustments that you like. And then plant your forehead down. Let your elbows go. Let your fingers go. Take those deep breaths here, and perhaps you make your exhales longer. Let's enjoy a nice, quiet time here in our child's pose.
Please take two more breaths here, deep inhales. Perhaps exhales are 1 second longer. Exhale. Place the hands underneath your shoulders and gently push your upper body up. As you come up, roll the shoulders back. Perhaps fix your hair. Interlace your fingers behind you. And as you inhale, open the chest. Encourage the shoulder blades to come closer towards each other, towards that spine. Hands can be super away from the body if you're just here, or if your fingers cannot interlace together comfortably, grab a strap, or you can just even grab your shirt. Or elbow to elbow, as long as you're opening that chest. One more breath. As we know, shoulder stiffness can lead to headache easily. They're super close. Shoulder, neck, and head. And exhale, slowly lower. We are going to get into a sphinx pose. You can remove the blanket away. You can place the block towards the top of the mat. Go have a sip of your tea or water. Always mindful, dehydration can cause headache for sure. All right. Let's get our bellies down into this prone position. Feet away from each other. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Already engaging the muscles in the back to help open up the chest. And relaxing your legs, but at the same time, just listen to your lower back and perhaps recruit the glutes so that you can fire them up and you can feel a little bit more comfortable here instead of dumping on your lower back. Cross the left hand towards your right hand towards your left elbow. And feeling the stretch in the back of the neck, look down first, feeling the stretch first before you slowly plant your forehead down on your block or prop. This prop could be a pillow or something higher that you can put your forehead on top of. Allow the chest to open up and allow the shoulders to find some strength and support as well. So there's definitely activity in the back of the body. Again, let's find some nice quiet time here. After your next exhale, peel your forehead away from the prop, but keep looking down as you turn your head and your neck towards your right shoulder. Feel that stretch in the left side of the neck. So the chin is still close towards your shoulder and towards your neck. You're not looking up. You're kind of looking back past your right shoulder. Take an inhale here. Exhale. And slowly find your center first. Keep looking down and then go the other way. Beyond the left shoulder. Inhale. And then exhale. If that felt good to you, you can do that one more time for sure. And you can also find some variations of that neck stretch. I know a lot of people like doing the circle in here. If that feels good to you, hit pause, do that. For me, that doesn't provide me relief, but I know a lot of my friends who actually find relief in that. So give yourself permission to do something different right now, okay? Now plant your hands down again in traditional Sphinx pose. Let's just do these shoulder rolls right here, kind of like we did when we were seated, just going up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Introducing some movement in here in the shoulders in case being stagnant, stiff, and stuck. It's one of the causes for giving you that tension headache that kind of went up to your neck and all the way to your head. One more roll. Nice job. Slide the block away from you, hands underneath the shoulders, and slowly come up into this hands and knees or all fours. We're going to do a very, very gentle rabbit. So have your knees apart about hip width. Get down into your elbows. You can even interlace the fingers gently. Just make sure there's space between your forearms for your head. Now plant the crown of your head down. Now this will differ for each person. Other people like to plant their forehead on something a little bit higher. For me, I kind of like planting it on the mat because I do realize a lot of days blood flow is what's needed in the head. And we all know breathing deeper and more intentional, like we do in yoga, definitely encourages more oxygen as well into the body. But you can keep the breathing more intentional here. Perhaps a little bit longer inhales. Same with the exhales, maybe one longer than where the inhales are. Some people like to dangle their head and kind of twist or look left and right. So try that and see what works for you. I'm going to stay here with the crown of my head planted down. By the way, I am tucking my toes in the back to feel a little bit more support. Again, let's be quiet and silent here, or at least I will be. Take one more breath. And then slowly release the hands. If that felt really good to you, please keep doing that. Otherwise, hands underneath the shoulders and set your hips back towards your heels. We're going to get into a standing forward fold. Now, as we changed altitudes and now we're looking forward, just mind any dizziness that may have happened or any shifts. And so, if you want to spend more time here before you get on your feet, do that. Or you can go back into that gentle rabbit and just do it for as long as we did. Otherwise, get your feet on the mat and already getting them wide because we're going to get into a into a wide-legged forward fold. Toes pointing forward, legs really wide, hands on the hips for now. Get your shoulders to relax one time, one roll back, up and down. And then slowly shift your hips back, soften the knees. You can plant your hands down and find your fold. If you already know, nope, Maud, this is not in the cards today, I don't want to do this, then go back into that gentle rabbit or a child's pose. Otherwise, hang right here. You can grab elbow to elbow or keep your hands down on the mat. I hope you guys are okay with me not cueing too much. About 3 more breaths here. plant the hands underneath the head after your last exhale. Just send one knee at a time down towards your mat. And again, changing altitudes, looking down and now looking up. Just acknowledge that shift. Mind anything that changed. Go and have a sip of your tea or your water. That was not a sip. I really was thirsty. Now, we're going to get to the part of our class where we're going to use the wall. So if you want to grab or drag your mat towards the wall, perhaps have the wide side of the mat close to the wall or your couch or your joined chairs, because we're going to get into Viparita Kirani, which is legs up the wall. And then we're going to get into a happy baby and into a twist with the wall or the couch. If you have none of these, if you don't have a wall, you don't have a couch, feel free to just lift your legs up. Feel free to just do happy baby and do a twist without these props, okay? So you're still not missing out. I'm just going to slide my tea and my oil out to the side. And I'm going to sit my right hip down. Let me remove my mic. How I get into legs up the wall is I scoot my bums onto the wall while I'm down on my right hip. And I slowly lie down. And then I lift my leg up. This sometimes is the magic pill to many, many headaches. So relax your feet, open the arms, and really just let go. Anything that's occupying your mind, whether it's work, whether it's something an hour from now, or something that happened an hour before, just let that not be your priority right now. Your priority right now is just to enjoy some quiet, listening to the breath, and relieving tension, starting mentally, using the breath, and perhaps that can be converted to a physical relief of tension. If you want to make any shifts with your legs on the couch, on the chair, on the wall, you can do it now. You get about 5 to 6 more breaths here. If this is just heaven for you, and you know you want to stay longer than 5 to 6 breaths, hit the pause button. And whenever you're ready to join me, just hit play. Don't worry, I'm still here. One more breath. Oh my God, did you guys feel that difference? Keeping the length in the back of your neck, slowly slide the feet down. Just get the knees out wide. Maybe sway a little bit left and right. Let's get into a happy baby. So your happy baby could be in the shape of more Baddha Konasana, which is also the feet together and the knees wide. Or you could grab. I am going to be confused with the word drag and grab today, but that's okay. I know you guys understand about my headache. Knees towards your armpits, opening your feet towards the sky, and you can just grab by the ankles or the shins. Or if you can, grab through the feet
And yes, encourage your knees to come down towards your armpits, leaving your lower back down towards your mat, by the wall or by that couch. Nice lower back stretch. Relax shoulders, relax muscles in the face. One more breath. Exhale and slowly release the feet. You can push yourself a little farther, maybe a couple of inches away from the wall. You can grab a block or one of your pillows, put them in between your thighs, and slowly, if you have a wall, walk your feet out towards the right side to find a nice deep twist in this direction. And then just release your left hand out. Rotate your neck towards your left hand as the knees drop to the right. There is a song by Depeche Mode, one of my favorite bands, and it's called Enjoy the Silence. That's exactly what I want you guys to do. I'll be here, don't worry. I'll let you know when we're about to come out of this pose. Please find your last breath here. Full inhale. Full exhale. Keeping the block between your thighs. Slowly walk your feet to the other side, or if you don't have a wall, just drop your knees to the left. Make your rainbow. Keeping the block between the thighs, like I said. Lengthen your right arm out, or field goal shape, whatever feels good. Just turn your neck towards your right hand, your right arm. Knees to the left. Let it go. Surrender and yield. Your only job right here is to breathe. Relax.
Take your one last breath here. Inhale and exhale. We're going to get into our final pose here. If Viparita Kirani, or legs up the wall, felt so good for you, which it did for me, then let's make that our Shavasana. If you'd rather do traditional Shavasana, please do that on your mat. Legs as wide as the mat, even wider, and hands outside your hips. Otherwise, those of us who want to prop our legs up, find the wall, find the couch, revisit the Viparita Kirani, legs up the wall pose. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose together. Exhale out through the mouth. One more time, just like that. Exhale out. Shavasana, your final resting pose. If you want to do a longer Shavasana, hit the pause button and do this longer. Otherwise, everybody take a deep inhale. When you exhale, move your toes and fingers. No quick movements here. Knowing full well we're going to change altitudes from our back to the side and up and seated. So make sure to approach with care and with control and with intention. For those of us who put our legs up on the wall, slide your legs down, roll onto a side of your choice. You can pause right there for a moment. And with your upper hand, just gently, gently, gently push yourselves up into a nice seated position. Every time we change altitudes, there are shifts in the body that we don't realize. Blood pressure, energy. Grab your cup of tea and have your last sip. At least your last sip before the class concludes. I feel so much better. I don't know with you guys. But as you're seated, join your palms together. Make sure the thumbs are touching your chest, always coming back to ourselves. With a hint of a smile, let's inhale. With an exhale, keeping the spine long, bow down towards our hands. Feeling lucky to have this practice called yoga to provide us with relief and in some cases a remedy to ailments, certain conditions, certain blips in our lifestyles, such as headaches. It's always good to come back to a practice that we can rely on, and just yoga does that for me, and I hope it does that for you. Please bow down deeper towards the floor, honoring your inner teacher and your inner voice. I deeply thank you for coming here to find some relief. I hope you guys now feel a little bit better with your headache. If not, then I hope it does go away eventually, and at least it still got you to relax and feel some release. From my heart to yours, namaste, namaste, namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you so much for being here. Have a good rest of your day. Take care and bye for now. Cheers.